Bond art.
Okay, so how to draw different camera angles. Так, let's do this beginning again.
Bond art.
So how to draw different camera angles in perspective. Here I was talking in a previous video about different camera angles, and there is basically just three scenario we need to deal with. It's like one, it's when camera is facing, let's say here is camera. So when camera just looks straight, this kind of call like eye level, like when horizontal line on the same level with the character, with the eye level of a character. So if we have like a character here, his kind of eyes here, and if we have like crowd here, some group of people, so and they like same height, they all will have this like horizon level on the same height with their eye level. And can be like very small far away. So this kind of perspective for eye level, it's 1 point perspective. So this one is horizon line. So we have z-axis in the front here, so like z vanishing point, and okay, I'll draw here so it'll be clear. So no, like 1 point perspective, it's like z vanishing point here, and then y-axis going like this, and x-axis, it's just horizontal parallel to horizon line. Then interesting is like two other general type. It's when camera rotated upward or downward. So it's like when it's upward, we call it like upshot. When camera rotate downward, It's called down shot. So, and usually to show this in a frame, like you know, in a storyboard or in a movie, in a comic book, it's about moving horizon line according to picture frame. So it will be not in the middle, like when it's upshot, horizon line will be like on a lower part of a frame. When it's downshot, horizon line will be on the upper part of the frame. So, and for upshot and downshot, it's like 3. It's like 3 point. Let's do right here, 3 point. Yeah, can also make like 1, 2 point perspective, because it also can be 2 point if we make Z1, Z2, so we have 2 point perspective. Take this. And in the 3 point perspective, you know, we have y-axis converging upward or downward. So it's vertical y-axis converging upward or downward. Same as can be like, we can have like 2 vanishing points, let's say Z1, Z2. So let's say here we have like character standing here. So it's like hero angle or powerful angle. And then here we have like Z1, Z2. And this also can be like on an eye level or shoulder level. And let's say we have shoulder level for there's like a very big dude here. And here we have like a truck. And tiny people. And there are like buildings and stuff like this. So you see, kind of like it's very very simple, very basic principles here. So just can keep it in mind, like when you want to make your own camera angle for your composition. Also, when you analyze other work, like you analyze manga or anime or movies, you can also look for this. I will show later some examples from Ghost in the Shell and Akira. So that's it, kind of like we have this just three main type of camera angles, and there is kind of little subcategories for this. Let me arrange. So let's say, if we talk about this 1-2 point perspective, it's this one, like eye level, and also it can be like long lens when it's kind of like no perspective, you know, like no conversion, it's only overlapping. So it's kind of like most natural kind of perspective. So this one, like very natural. So yeah, it can be like here it's like shoulder level for her, or it's like waist level. Here is like eye level, but in first of all it's like long lens, so there's no conversion. This one is just like you see in the center, so we have this like 1 point perspective here. So this like most natural kind of perspective, high level or long lens. Then we have two type. It's like camera look up or camera look down. So if we camera look down like 90 degree, it's called like overhead. So this camera like looking to the ground. So when you see here, like we have like vanishing point underground, and we see this conversion of buildings, and here is like this street view, like narrow alley view. Same, we have vanishing point here in the center. And if opposite, when camera look up, it's here this frame from Ghost in the Shell. So it's kind of like close to perfect straight up. You see like vanishing point is here. So this camera look up. And then we have like intermediate. So when camera look down overhead, then it's not 90 degree, but it's kind of like 60 degree maybe, you know. So it's like bird view. It's a bird view or helicopter view, or like here, or it's also can call like a drone view. So like usually we have like panoramic view or like big exposition. So if like overhead, it might be also like a satellite view. Bird view is a helicopter view. Then extreme high angle, but I think like for most cases it's convenient to call it security camera angle, because it's like bird view, but usually it's more close to characters, and it's kind of more about some small area like interiors. So imagine like most cases like this one, right? It's like interior, and we have this kind of 45 angle, like a security camera angle. So this all is the down shot. So then subtle high angle, and a subtle high angle is just like I show when we have horizon line on a high. So let's say like it's a frame, it's a camera frame here, right? So this is vanishing point, and the horizon line is very high. So even here is not like 3 vanishing point perspective, it's still 1 point perspective. But you can make it 3 vanishing point to make it more like feeling of camera and tilt, camera rotation. So it's like, so why is high angle, why is down shot? It's because horizon line is above character. So we have like a scene here, and we have character, and horizon line camera H, right? It means like it's a level of a camera H. It's above character. So we call it like a down shot too. Same here, we have group of characters, and the vanishing point is above them. It's kind of here, right? Just like slightly, but above. Hello, Konstantinos. So, and then if we talk about up shot, like camera look up, similar like a drone view or bird view, opposite it will be ground level or worm view. So in this kind of shot we have horizon line on the ground, so we can see this ground here, and you see it's like horizon line is on the lower part of the frame. Here it's like little tilt, but also it's like horizon line here on the lower part. Here it's even like it's still it's like just horizon line, you see. So it's super low. It's like if you put your camera on the ground. So it's a warm view, and or it can be like here. We have this like city of skyline, and then you can move camera like to level of a character knee. So we have here is like her knee is this like horizon line. It's about knee level here. So if I follow this one, so vanishing point will be about knee H. Same here. So let's say we'll have like in total, let's kind of conclude, have like 4 upshot and 4 and about 5 down, no, 4 down shot and about 5 upshot. So it's like camera here, So this is like straight. Also can be like long lens. So it's like 1-2 point perspective or even 0. So it's like 0, 2 point. Then here it's like straight up. And here it's overhead. So in here it's like intermediate, and actually can do so many different intermediates. It's like depends kind of on a genre and conventions, but anyway, just like for have some idea and also find some examples. So here is like warm view. Let's see, warm view. Then this one will be like knee level, then this like hip level, and this like a shoulder. And here we have like 3, so it's like subtle. Here's a like camera, security camera. And bird view. So let's say So here it's just about level of camera H according to character. So here is like camera H horizon line. It's on a level of a knee, so it's called like knee level. Like on a hip, it's hip, and a shoulder, it's a shoulder. Cool. Hello, Kova. Thank you. Так. So then, to make it clarify. Так. Let's say here is a horizon line. It's a camera H, right? So it's like this one, it's horizon line. So because we're talking about camera, so it's the H of camera. If we talk about human observer, then we call it like observer eye level. So here it's horizon line is same level as the camera H. So here is our horizon line showing camera H, and here let's say it's a Y vanishing point in the ground. It's also called nadir. So it's like 90 degree below, it's like right below camera. Nadir. So it's like 90 degree angle here, right? So if we're making like perspective grid, it will be like this, like 3-point perspective grid, right? And we can do like this Z1 and Z2 also make grid. And I can draw, let's say, box here. So what happened, like if camera like not camera, like if a picture frame, if our frame it's point towards Y vanishing point towards nadir, so this we call overhead. Right, so we can see how all this vertical axis going to center or kind of around center. Anyway, it's like anyway we have on a screen we have vanishing point for vertical axis. So then here will be X and Z axis like this. So let's say character, it's kind of like GTA 2 camera angle. We have this like character standing like this, and some object like down shot. And then we have, like I show you here, we have this like intermediate from overhead to bird view camera, security camera, and subtle. So on a subtle level, camera will be, let's make it smaller, like camera frame will be here. So and I can make like another vanishing point. So let's say like I'll make, yeah, okay, let's make like smaller characters like below horizon line, just some dudes like I show in a Kira frame, and here is flying drone, let's say. So this horizon line, and the characters they're below horizon line, so it's like subtle high angle, and then like little closer to horizon line, then overhead will be like a bird view. So it means we might not have vanishing point in the frame, but we have like y-axis convergent line, convergent axis, right? And we have convergent z, and we have convergent x-axis. So they're like characters and trucks. So what is important here is we don't have horizon line inside bird view in the most of cases. So main kind of element here, it's a ground perspective of a ground plane. So it's like if we have box, let's say here, if we have like transparent box, so here is our ground plane, right? And the camera, this is our field of view, camera view. So we see characters and vehicles on this ground plane. So it's bird view. And kind of, you know, the security angle, security camera. Security. It's kind of similar with bird view. It's just like I say, I like to separate them because like security camera is just more about closer, smaller areas and interiors. So usually like when we have outdoors and like big area, it's a bird view. When we have like smaller area and interior, okay, this is like security camera. So it's like security camera, it's like we're talking angle, it's about 45 angle. If overhead is a 90 degree, so just straight downward, security is like 45. And here this straight on is like zero angle. So the same kind of like we have with when the camera look up. So we have y-axis here. This point above called zenith. Zenith. And we can make vanishing points here. So, and you see like if we make like our picture frame like this will be like warm view or ground level. Also you might see like difference between warm view and ground level. It's in ground level can be called worm view, but also if you have like let's say frame here, so you don't have horizon line in your frame. Let's say here we have like this hero shot, right? Also he's like boom, shooting somebody. So it's still kind of like worm view because we're looking like from bottom up. It's like upshot, right? But we don't have ground. So ground view or ground level, it will have like horizon line right on the ground, like if we place like a drop camera on the ground. So here we have a character and the camera, and if it's like wide angle, wide lens, it will capture him standing on the ground. So let's say this like they both can be worm view. But this one, it's a ground level. Because we can see ground and horizon line. In both cases, horizon line is kind of on the ground. That's what important to understand. So it's like if you're leaning on the ground and you look up. So this is a worm view. And again, like, so if you look to zenith, this will be like straight up, like like here I have this ghost in the shell. So here is a Kusanagi jumping, and we look here, we have vanishing point in the top of frame. So this like straight up. And so kind of between this ground level and straight up, it's just about like what I show you here. It's just about placing camera on a different height, like on the knee level or on the hip level, shoulder level. It can be like a breast level, like a waist level. It's kind of just many options here. So it's just like different height of a camera according to character. So knee level or shoulder level. It's like a lot of types, a lot of kinds. So just like I say, all this kind of camera angle, it's just three angles. It's like just straight angle, upshot and downshot. And as you see, it's like straight is like 1 or 2 point or even 0 point when we're talking about long lens. Yeah, let's make even 0. And actually like up and down shot, like in Akira anime, they can be like also 1 or 2 vanishing point. But better, it's like more dynamic, is to show kind of this camera angle. It's a 3-point perspective. So, and then what about fisheye? So in fisheye, it's like same 3 type of camera angle, right? So we have like straight, we have up shot, and we have down shot. So now on a straight, fish eye will be 5-point perspective. 5 point. So it means we have like vanishing point on a horizon line, like in a 1-point perspective, like this. But instead of having like y-axis just vertical like this, y-axis will be curved, and same x-axis, instead of having it just parallel to horizon line like this, x-axis will be curved too. So this will be like for a straight view. Let's see. Maybe this one, higher character here. So just we'll have this fish eye effect with curvilinear perspective, and here maybe like a building. Let's use this curved lines. For upshot and downshot, it will be more interesting. So for upshot, horizon line will be curved this way. So let's say horizon line. And for upshot, we can have like different kind, let's say, different extent. So if it's like straight up, so we have like vanishing point here, right? So like y vanishing point, zenith, it will be kind of like this. Then for ground level, let's say here, ground level, we will have like horizon line and y vanishing point, zenith. So it will look like this. We have horizon line, we have z vanishing point, like this vanishing point on the ground, right? So, and convergence will go this way. So it's like this z vanishing point and the z-axis convergent to z vanishing point. It's horizon line also as a ground. And then vertical lines go into y-axis this way. Like this. So here we have this z-axis in the y, in straight up, and then here we will have x-axis. So let's say it's our frame. and character standing like this. So you see again like ground, fish eye, ground level. So it means horizon level on the ground, and we can see this ground. And here, if you want to see how convergence go, like this. If you, I hope it's clear kind of, you can write me comments, write me in the chat if you want me clarify it, make more clear. So, and here it might be like I say, it can be like a hip level or shoulder level or knee level in this case, right? And it means we don't see, camera is not leaning on the ground like here. So and we don't see Y vanishing point inside frame. It might be close but outside. So if we see Z vanishing point in the frame, so it has this convergent line, right? Then we see X axis convergent, but Y axis will converge on kind of this. So we don't have vanishing point for Y axis, we just have this convergence like in a 3-point perspective. So if, let's say, this like hip level or waist level, some kind of this. So you see like we have one character here, second character here. And maybe somewhere very far. Character here, kind of this. And can draw a building. And so, okay, yeah, maybe I will draw again. If let me know if it's not clear. So, and here let's draw this straight up. So I have character here. It's like his hand, his head here. And maybe there is like helicopter fly. And here like some more characters. So same but opposite will happen when we have down shot. So this like up shot, and down shot. So in down shot we have horizon line like this, and y-axis convergent downwards like this. And so here we have Z, vanishing point. So this will be like a shoulder. This is shoulder level. Or here, no, it's like slight high angle. High angle. And then we have like security angle. This horizon line. Here's y-axis. So you can watch my tutorial about Omao perspective. They're talking about these angles a lot. And overhead. So again, it's like we have y vanishing point, like nadir, but we don't have z vanishing point. With z vanishing point somewhere there outside camera frame. So it's z axis. But here is y axis, vertical lines going like this. And x axis going like this. So again, if I draw, let's say, some character standing like this. And maybe it's his motorcycle here. Then here security camera angle. So we have like a group of people. And maybe it's like some like a it can be like elevator, you know. So they're like standing in the elevator, and this like a shoulder level, or I don't know, slight high angle. So slight high angle is like we have characters like below horizon line. So you see difference between this CCTV. It's we have y vanishing point and z vanishing point inside same frame, and in slight high angle we don't have y-axis. It's like y-axis is not visible here. We can only see y vanishing point, not visible. We can only see z vanishing point. So can be like motorcycle. And some buildings here. So again, nice light. Okay, subtle. High angle. Security camera. And this one overhead. So, and interesting enough, it's like if we look in Akira, again, it's like why I recommend to analyze, to study your favorite artwork, so you can better to see like actual practice. So here I only see fisheye overhead. In this scene, it's like a little curvilinear, but in all these views is no fisheye. It's just like 3-point perspective. So in Akira, is no fisheye there. Then if we look Ghost in the Shell, same. It's all like 3-point, 2-point perspective. So here you can see examples of overhead view. So it's like vanishing point about here. It's like sometimes there's no vanishing point, but it's kind of overhead. It's still kind of overhead, like a satellite kind of view. This also kind of overhead, pretty close. And this like straight up, I show already. So no fisheye. I guess I should look like furikuri, maybe in a furikuri will be fisheye, or concrete, metal concrete anime will be fisheye, but here it's just in a Ghost in the Shell, and Akira is just like this, very simple perspective actually. So let me make little break, and I can like break down little, show you some demonstrations.
Let's love together! Push like, subscribe, keep on art.
So let's let's analyze then some from Akira and from Ghost in the Shell. Так. So I will do like separate streams for Akira and for Ghost in the Shell. And now I just like quickly go over some frames from here just to explain perspective. Так. Second. So this one, overhead view. So what we have, like, it's narrow alley, and then here nadir, y vanishing point. So we have y-axis, all these vertical lines converging to this y vanishing point. So this cool overhead. So is no horizon line present here. Then, like, if we follow kind of this direction of this narrow alley, right? Then we can take this as kind of middle line for x-axis. And then we can see how x-axis start to converge. So it's kind of, you know, this, like I showed before, if we look at the structure kind of for curvilinear perspective, kind of always same like this. We have one vanishing point for these lines, and we have two other curved like this. Alright, so if we have this y vanishing point, then through this y vanishing point will go straight line for x, and then this x will be curved like this, above and below like this. So this kind of structure of curvature here. And same, like, we have opposite, like perpendicular to x-axis. So it's kind of always should be this cross, like 90-degree cross. So here it's like one line stands for x-axis, second one stands for z-axis, and at this cross in the center we have y vanishing point. In this case. In other case it will be z vanishing point. Trick is like structure always will be same. It's a cross and vanishing point in the center. It can be z, or if we just looking straight, or this will be y if we're looking up or down. So it means, like, here we have this x, then through y-axis I'm doing perpendicular to x, this 90-degree, right? So this will be z-axis. And now from this straight line to left side will go curved this direction, to right side it will go curved this direction. So this is how we have this fish eye structure. again, like I say, just remember main construction here. So we have Z straight, this straight, and then curved this way and curved that way. And important is 90 degree here. So then I just look. Here we have like that's all on a motorcycle. That's all. So, and you see we're following just this curvature and by axis can draw all these buildings. So it can be like porch, door, can be some windows. And then you can draw like some cables. No, this video will be open for everybody, public video. Okay, and some garbage, like trash here and there. And maybe like a speed line on the ground if you're moving fast. So then we have bird view. So you see, for a bird view, it depends, like some view, like this one, it might have horizon line, but it's mostly like bird view is kind of this when we don't have horizon line. So it's kind of like main focus on ground plane. So we have this like a surface of a ground. And many artists confuse because like, oh, there's no horizon line, there's no vanishing points. I'm so scared. What to do? No. Yeah, so here we have horizon line, but it's kind of like very extreme. Mostly like this and like this. So, like I say, if you use perspective grid approach, all this is very easy to draw. Just you need some practice, and it's not like super difficult practice. So let's say as this one, right? So this one even like isometry. So we have like z axis going this direction, and we have x axis going this direction, right? So it's already two axes here, and y-axis vertical lines, they can be just vertical, like here it's just vertical, or you can make a little convergence. So let's just make like here that's vertical y-axis, right? So we have 3 dimensions: y, x, and z. So this is 3D here. And the rest, what you do, it's maybe take this one better. Just drawing all these objects according to this perspective. So we have like character here, some military dudes, and we have tank, my tank very flat. Anyway, so it can be anything. If you practice to drawing boxes, then it will be easy to draw whatever you want, like people, vehicles. Boxes. Take. here. This one you can some stuff like you also was talking in the tutorials, rotating objects. If we have this grid like this, right? What you notice? You notice extent of like convergence extent, right? So then you can see like, oh, okay, so I need to maintain this convergence, kind of this ratio between convergence. So, and I can draw in different angles. So let's say kind of this. So it's different angle without vanishing points. I just keep same kind of degree of convergence. Don't make it too extreme and don't make it too flat. So with some practice you will start to feel it. Just, you know, kind of eyeballing it. And this kind of thing, what I talking all the time, is not about finding like super secret information. It's just about doing couple repetitions and you start to feel it yourself. You can earn it only through practice. You will never get this kind of intuition, precision, if you just kind of avoiding actual drawing. You know, it's kind of, it's so weird to discover all the time, like how students, they like to search for very cool, insightful tutorials while they're almost not drawing. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You need to draw. Just sit and draw. You already watch my tutorial, for example, right? So why not just do what I recommend you already? Why you keep looking for new tutorials if you don't follow recommendation? You think kind of listening will magically change you? Like if you will listen some cool advice, you will become better artist somehow? This is not how reality works. So don't kind of ignore recommendations. If you watch this video or any other tutorial, right, there is teacher or artist, he tell you what you should do. So take some time and do this stuff. Like just draw what I draw right now, for example, right? Later you can like open this video again, a record of this stream. You can pause it and just do exactly what I do, because you need physically do it. Your hand must move. This is kind of information you only understand when you do it. If you watch it, it's mean nothing. You might feel you understand, but you understand nothing. You will only understand when you do it. It's kind of trick of kind of learning art and improvement in art. Is like majority kind of people, they have idea of this kind of like you can learn it just by watching, you know. And they don't understand that like you only understand it when you do it. It's like internet, like 80% filled with people who watch other people do something and they like criticizing them. They're like put themselves above both these active people, also watchers or this like dreamers, they look at doers and they criticize and doers. They say like, I can do better, or like, if I try, I will do much better than you, or it's like, I already can do this stuff. Yeah, it's like 80% of people have this kind of perception, and they can live forever with this kind of feeling unless they actually try to do something. So kind of quit, you need to quit from this position. Don't be like smart ass observer. You need to join active doers community. Start doing stuff. You will do not perfect stuff. It will be awkward. Immediately all the smart critics will appear and kind of like judging your works, like, and it will sound like they like very smart and they know what they're talking about, when in reality they will never able to do anything. They just watch couple video and they think they're experts now. Like, I seen like how this artist draw, so now I have my opinion about how artists should draw. And they don't understand like kind of your opinion. It's opinion of kind of like some kind of lunatic who have no idea how things actually works. It's just some noob perception which is totally not connected to reality. So don't stuck in this and go to practice. In like, if you think you understand, test your knowledge and see can you actually do it or not. And like I say, it's very simple, but you start to feel it, how it is simple, only when you kind of break through certain resistance. At first you will feel like it's very uncomfortable and hard, but then it's just because you never did it. And then when you get through this, you will see like, oh, it's kind of like very simple principles. And then you will have a reason to say it's simple, because you can do it and you feel like it's kind of not so hard as it seems. But as long you can do it, don't even think you understand it, because you it's like you understand nothing. It's like we're watching sport and it's like, oh, these guys, they're just running around. I'm sure I can run like crazy, like 5 hours. Yeah, it's easy to believe this such stuff when you sit on a sofa, like eating popcorn. It's like all this weird contemporary movies when we have like a beast main character. It's like 100-kilogram woman like running, chasing guy for 30 minutes. I say, really? She will die after 1 minute of running. You want me to believe like a beast person will run like jumping over fence and screaming and capture some fit criminal who's like fit criminal with some altered on a doping, let's say, criminal on doping. So it's kind of delusional people, they like to be in this bubble of their wannabe and wishful kind of worldview. Так, so then, like I say, different from bird view, this extreme high angle or security camera angle. So let's say this one, right? Again, the thing like, whoa, so difficult. It's like, look at this, like I don't know what to do with this view. Break it down to grids. So, when you break it down to grids, it's very easy. So we'll look here, what happened with y-axis. It's like little conversion, almost invisible, like this. So it's like vertical lines, y-axis. What happened with z and x? So x here is just like this, just parallel to frame. So it's x, y, and z here. It can be any kind of extent of conversion for z, but here if I follow in this reference, and I can steal kind of this perspective grid from this reference. So if I want to make my own picture, like comic book or animation, so I can just take this perspective grid, and it's like totally fair use. Nobody consider it stealing because, you know, it's just perspective grid. Yeah, hello angels. Cool, angels of Renaissance. Yeah, I need to make some angel drawings. Really like it. It's like a long time ago I watched David Finch covers from Ascension. I was just like, wow, so cool. It's like angels with a tactical gear. Looks so badass. So here is our perspective grid, and now look, we just like considering all stuff like boxes. So table, okay, table here, it's like array of boxes. So let's see, for example, so this, if like we take extrude or like prolong this box, right? So it's like this and then like this. So it's like everything is about boxes. It's a very like atom of 3D space. So table can be like this bunch of boxes. You just, when you practice draw boxes, you start to see them like a Neo. It's just like, whoa, it's boxes everywhere. But you don't need to draw them. You just you notice in this thing. Then we have Canada. Canada sitting here. So Canada have like a chair, like a box. So it's like a bottom of a chair, and then it's like seat area of a chair, and then it's let's say Canada here, like a box over this box, you know. So make him kind of like this. So everything like box have box logic. So, and we can have like when we have perspective grid, you make this like very overall proportions, just say like where stuff is located. So we have here this group of guys, Canada, this policeman, and this one in the table, right? Then you can go start to break them down. Say like, okay, we have here like 5 character. So like inside this bubble, right? Like we have 1, 2, 3. It's like most convenient approach. Is really so when you start to implement it, get through this discomfort of never doing it before. Just all you need, you just break through this discomfort. You see, it's like how it's easy to do, right? Same this guy, I can make him like inside this bubble. Now I can like say, okay, here is torso, here is legs, here his hand, and here his other hand and the head. It's table, let's say table, okay, we have like folder here, some stack of folders. So you can, from general, this composition, right, from general of like say main groups, main elements, and then you can dive in each group, each element, and clarify, like subdivide. So just keeping this approach going from general, from overall to particular, to detail. So like here's a phone like this, folder like this, then I can go in the phone details when I have phone, right? But then to do this for myself, I will now go final detail, because for me it's enough information. Say like, okay, now I can start to draw this phone with details, like based on this main form. But most cases I will like with a pencil I will spend little more time on clarifying details, because when you do actual like your own work, it requires a little more development kind of, because here I just copy from reference, right? I have like this like direct reference in front of me. But when I don't have like direct reference, when I need to invent many elements, so I will kind of spend little more time with a pencil to make sure first to make sure you show everything you want in the frame, then you make sure things don't look awkward. They should look like realistic and properly represented, kind of, right? Like with the proper proportions, so it will not look like broken perspective or broken structures of elements. So you see, like when I have table, it's very easy to draw stuff on a table. And still you can also, I recommend do this kind of studying, like break down your favorite artist or this kind of frames from your favorite artworks, cartoons, movies. And you can make it like more slow, more precise, or loose. Try both. Try make some quick breakdowns and some slow breakdowns. You can draw some like slow copies, like very detailed, to put in a frame, you know, so you have like your own original copy of your favorite artist. You can put on a frame in a wall, or in a frame on the wall. Cool, nice. And Angel, where you publish your manga? You publish it somewhere, like Instagram or some profile? Oh, cool. So you mean like you print your manga? Oh, cool. But do you have like some information online, just at least to see kind of some demo or cover at least? So then you can put details for characters. So you see what I mean, right? This kind of goal for me here is to show you how it works. So very simple perspective grid. It's easier than fish eye, and you can draw anything when you have this grid. So here so same here, all this very convenient, very easy. So here's this subtle high angle. It's just like one point perspective with a high horizon line. Like I told before, it's like we put this horizon line up, and then it's just overlapping of characters. horizontal angle, and then here ground level. So let's see, let's take this one. So you see it's just like ground level if we don't have convergent for y-axis. So it's just like 1 point or 2 point perspective. So it's like y going up like this, parallel vertical lines, x going like this, and z can be like this. So here we have character. He's like standing straight on the ground line. Usually they will do like little space like this, but it's just like blank part of screen. This. Yeah, perspective grids, it's a professional tool. It's just like a standard thing. And even when you feel like there's no need for a grid, it's always better to make grid for you. So now you see what we have, like every character, they're standing on the ground. So when they go in far, they just became lower and lower. So we have this character walking. And then here we can show like a corridor. So you see all these variations over ground level. So we have ground level like this. Surprisingly, it's still not 3-point perspective, it's still just straight vertical lines. Here we have little Dutch tilt. Here is straight, straight. Same. So it's like 2-point, 1-point perspective. This one. Okay, this one like Dutch tilt and slight 3-point perspective, and this one too. So let's show you. So Dutch tilt is when instead horizon line, instead of being parallel to frame, it's tilted. So it can be like tilted like this, right? So it's in here, it's not only horizon line, but it's also ground level. So it's kind of ground line, right? So it means vertical lines will be perpendicular to this ground like this, perpendicular to horizon line. So it will be one line y-axis will be perpendicular, but then we will, if we have convergence, it will go this way, like on the right side and on the left side from this perpendicular vertical line. So, and if we have like vanishing point, let's say here, Z, so we make this the vanishing point, and X here is just like this, parallel to tilted horizon line. So if here we have a tunnel, and kind of go like this. And then here, Canada, his motorcycle. So making it just like a support like this. And then also buildings following this grid. So then knee level. So same kind of like I was showing with ground level, but now camera H is not on the ground but on the H of a knee. So let's say we have character, we have a ground here. So if camera on the ground, so it's a ground level. If camera is on a knee H, is a knee level. So it can be on this H, or it can be on the shoulder H. You see, it's just moving horizon line according to character. So let's draw. And you can cut frame, like let's say in one frame we can have horizon line here and the character knee will be here. And let's say here we have like a very close character. And very far. Or it can be like here on this picture, when it's camera on the H of knee, but also it's kind of bottom of a frame. So it's kind of very interesting. So it's like somehow it's mimic ground plane, but it's actually not ground level, it's a knee level. So it's like horizon line can be within frame, or horizon line on the knee level can be on the edge, like right on the edge of a frame. So then we have this like kernel character standing like this. And here also like a tunnel with this vanishing point on the horizon line on the edge. Some buildings on background. Or sometimes this horizon level can be even like outside of a frame. So it's like it's knee level, but but we cannot see horizon line, so we can have like other characters. it will impact like placement of characters in a frame. Like you don't see, but they all kind of pivoting around same horizon level on a knee. It's kind of tricky sometimes. So, and here it's also presented like I did. Let's say, yeah, okay, like this one. I put it in the knee level because if we take these guys, right, image, it's like kind of close to a knee H, or maybe even like a ground plane here, because like horizon level, it's kind of, yeah, I think even it's a ground plane. I will move it to ground plane. So okay, here again we have cut underneath. Okay, this one. So this one, you see, we have strong angle, and if you follow direction of this z-axis, okay, it's going about, yeah, about a knee level for a professor. It's like professor knee level. So like it's this kind of case. Let's me draw again to make it clear. Let's say we have these two characters. So if you follow his torso, let's say, so this knee level, so horizon line about here. And here we have like corner approaching. Or even the ground again. So point anyway, point here. Maybe it's even ground again here. Yeah, seems more like a ground. So they both standing on a horizon level outside of frame. So this explain their placement like H according each other, right? So it's like he's standing more farther, he's standing more closer, and most of all, it's important, it's explain perspective of a ceiling, because you see kind of vanishing point on this horizon line. So here has this stuff. So you see kind of what is the trick here. So it's up shot because camera looking up, camera like looking upward above horizon line, like I show here, right? So we have horizon line here and camera look up here, so it's like guys standing here, this professor and colonel kernel, right? So they're standing here on the horizon line, and the camera looking up from the ground, or it's like fish eye, and then framing of a camera, it's kind of here, so we don't see bottom part of a body, and we don't see leg, and we don't see ground. So practically it's like you don't need to build all this stuff, you don't need to build horizon line, not so necessary. It's just you have this stuff in your mind. You just say like, okay, I have two guys here, camera level on the ground, and so it means I will have maybe like this y-axis, and I will have like this z-axis towards ground, and in this kind of perspective I will have like one guy standing closer, bigger like this, other one kind of farther and more lower. And then I have first plane here. There's kind of some stuff in the foreground. Two guys on the middle ground. And the ceiling following this vanishing point on the horizon line on the ground, which also can do like this Z and X here. Like this. Hello, Mr. Public Enemy. Thank you. So you see, kind of it explains, right? Because for me, long time it was so kind of hard to figure out like what is happening here, right? Why we have like so strong foreshortening, right? So strong angle for a ceiling, but this guy he look like a flat. And same, you know, it's like for me it's very much Katsuhiro Otomo Akira case when we have, let me find, I have this kind of, yeah, like this view when it's like it's a road here, right? Like why we don't have, why this motorcycle don't have like crazy foreshortening? For me it was like very big problem to figure out. And then now I know, because here is a very flat perspective, it's like isometry here. We have like this x-axis almost parallel to each other, so perspective here very slow, kind of don't have like much convergence. Also, where's a cool picture? So like materials view. Okay, no, anyway, like on Atoma, yeah, like this one, many frames like this. So similar like we have with the ceiling, with this frame, like we have like ceiling on a strong angle, but figures kind of standing straight, like almost no foreshortening. And same here with the road, like road, so strong angle. It's like, it feels like you're looking straight down on the ground, right? But people look like they're standing straight. For me, it was like, why? It looked like they're leaning on the ground, but it's not feels this way. So yeah, it's just an example of a lack of understanding essentials. It's very essential principles. So like I say again, make sure it's clear. It's this drawn view, and you make like x-axis, right? So, or z-axis, this direction, and x-axis, this direction, and y-axis, this vertical like this, right? Y. That's it. So perspective grid kind of destroy all this confusion. Now it's very clear, because it can be, let's say, following y-axis, right? X-axis, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Okay, it's a box, right? It's very clear, and it's look proper. It's look like proper perspective, right? No confusion here. So then it might be like motorcycle, it can be like say like some car perspective. Here, or it can be some dude. So kind of like a grammar. You need to have clear understanding of grammar, because at first time it feels counterintuitive. So logic will go against your intuition, and this is how you create professional intuition, by practicing complex theory. You need to kind of like break through your unprofessional, delusional ideas and get this like more advanced, professional, build kind of this intuition. So at first it will be like you feel like you're going against your common sense, but then it will become your new common sense. So when you will build this new intuition, for you will be hard to understand like why it's not obvious for everyone. It's like, really? You don't understand how to draw this? It's so obvious. Yeah, it's obvious because you train yourself. That's how it works. And yeah, and let's do same with this ceiling also. So same ceiling. like it can be like convergent like this. Still we don't have horizon line, we don't have vanishing points. Like this, and y-axis like this. And I can make like closer. So we have character here, which is like she looks like she don't have perspective. It looks like she just like, you know, just like flat characters looking at you. But I know it's in perspective. I know it's just because she don't have this y-axis conversion, so it's just like a straight figure, you know. Just if we have this y-axis going like this, so my figure will just stand in straight. See, it's just standing straight. There's no conversion. So, dude. So, because there's no vertical conversion, like up or down, she's just standing straight. But on the ceiling, we have all this strong foreshortening. Can be like some cyberpunk stuff. Cables, stuff. Not based, not based. Okay, maybe it's a robot. Can forgive it to robot. Or is pink light in the environment here. Anyway, that's it. So I hope it's like help you clarify this thing. Like famous Katsuhiro Otomo secret perspective. So like everybody watch it and everybody guess how it's possible to do it. And now I reveal a secret for you. just for mere like and share of this tutorial. You get this information. Yeah, so write me in the comments whatever you like, maybe requests for future tutorials. I write all requests and plan to make tutorials about them. Just some of tutorials need more preparation. I just want them to be really good quality, really informative and insightful. You know, how it should be like super insightful, help you to save your years of your life from this like endless searching for answers. I will give you all answers in my YouTube channel here. And more than that, like many of my video have most of the information you need, and I just keep repeating. I just say, if you follow with me, if you like draw at least what I draw here, you will learn a lot. It's just not enough only watch it. You really need to draw yourself. Oh, thank you, Galin. Yeah, so I will do a separated video about Akira. So this Akira movie, anime, where I will like break down these different frames. So I will again like discuss like how these angles work, and also will be tutorial about perspective of Ghost in the Shell. We'll talk all these details. So thank you for watching. See you in next video. Push like, subscribe, and show your friends. Bye bye.
Madness. This is Jane Bond art.